morning. My name is Belinda and welcome to Belinda's Baubles. Today is day 8 of a Texas Vlogmas. I am exhausted from yesterday. We're going to talk today because that's pretty much all we're going to do today is we're going to have a chat. I still need to make a cake and I need to decorate the Christmas tree. I need to do that way before 24th of December so I can enjoy it. All right, so let's start with yesterday. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, go back and watch it. I ran a few errands, including 2 different yarn shops, and yesterday was on the lamb's 5th anniversary. So Heather, who's the owner, and Gloria, Heather was running around doing everything, so she's not even in the video. Gloria is in the video. She is the dyer that does Hang Me Home Tonight, and she was doing a trunk show, and it was all themed on Deadpool. They are both big Deadpool fans. I'm not a Deadpool fan, but I still had a blast. I've never watched the movies, but it's mainly just because of the language in it. It just isn't for me, but I love watching all the little shorts and the different things as far as the shorts on videos and everything like that. And so that's what I mainly know it from. And there was a lot of stuff I had to cut out yesterday. I filmed for over an hour with him, and yesterday's video was only, the whole thing was less than 15 minutes or just over 15 minutes, something along those lines, because so much had to be cut out. I laughed more yesterday than I have laughed in a long time. Very irreverent. He was watching the Deadpool that was there. We was watching his language because Heather's granddaughter was there, but he eventually let loose pretty good as far as between innuendos and everything. So, and my grandkids watch this channel sometimes, so I've got to watch out for that. Oh, I may eventually do an outtakes and post that somewhere. And if I do, I'll let y'all know. But for anyone that might be interested, or if you're interested in me putting together the outtakes, leave me a note down below and let me know that is something you want me to put together. Okay, so yesterday's trip, I know I put the map up when we went to the Dark Hedges, but I couldn't find public transport. So we had to take a car. So I'm still here. So my vicarious trip, apparently I didn't run off the road or anything. So we made it because it was over a 10-hour drive to get there. And then, which in some areas of the world, that's considered a really, really long drive. It's a day's trip, and as far as I'm concerned. There's parts of Texas that it takes 10 or more hours to get across. Just saying. Okay, so today we are driving, as apparently in Ireland we're going to be doing some driving because it's about a 2.5-hour bus or public transport, but it's only 8.7 miles. So this is a 17-minute drive to Carrick-A-Rede, which is part of the National Trust. And let's see, I got a little bit of information about it today. So, okay, it's an hour north of Belfast. I should have gotten this in better order. and it means rock in the road because it's an obstacle. It was an obstacle for migrating salmon, which the salmon have been fished out and they're just not there anymore. So there's no fishing in the area right there. This is a rope, wire, and Douglas fir bridge. The current one, and I mean, this is a rope bridge, so I'm not crossing it. It's a 100-foot drop down to the Atlantic Ocean. I'm not crossing it, but I would love to see the scenery around it. You can walk down the walkway and everything for free. It does cost to actually cross over to the island, and you have to stand in queue on one side and then stand in queue on the other side to come back. There is a little fisherman's hut on the other side, apparently, and someone had suggested that you might want to take a little packed lunch and sit, if you go across, which we're not going across, you can take a packed lunch and sit over there for a little bit, but it's just to enjoy the scenery type place and to do the experience of crossing the road or crossing the bridge. But anyways, this current bridge was raised in 2008, but it's believed that the fishermen have been building bridges of some type or another, as far as rope type bridges, for over 350 years. So I think that's all I have on this. I should have put a video in. This is just a reminder to myself when I watch this, of a little bit of the scenery and everything, and it looks like it's absolutely gorgeous and very much well worth going to see. It's on the north coast of Ireland. So these are areas that, since my family's history is from Wicklow, which is on the south edge of Ireland, I've never really explored Northern Ireland as far as looking into it and everything, because that's just not where my family history is from. So, and I've had family members that have gone over to Ireland over the years, and they mainly stayed in the southern Ireland and not up in Northern Ireland. And I know it's not called Southern Ireland, just in case you're wondering. Just like I actually do know that this is not a shamrock, but I know it was as close as a close representation as far as for Mandy and, you know, four-leaf clover, luck of the Irish type thing, which at least that's what is believed over here in America. Us poor, misguided, diluted blood Irish, because, okay, the Irish portion of my family came over in the 1600s. Our Irish blood has been diluted all over the place, and I have just a little bit, but for some reason the O'Toole name came down the line to me. So I always represented that I was Irish American, but I'm American. I am a mutt, and that's just all it is. Okay, so shall we look at the yarn? Falling apart here. Put my props back there. Okay, here comes the crinkling. Sorry, day 8. Now the crinkling. Yes, I actually guessed pretty good. Okay, so here's the video, or the picture she's using, which is of the bridge and the crossing between there with the 100-foot drop. And now we have the green, yay! This definitely is a wonderful representation of that. The water, the bridge, all the green. Oh, there's so many different levels of green here. I'm loving how it just kind of shifts through there, and that blue just kind of pops through. All right, I need to do the drop again today. Let's see if it actually works today so that I can see how it's. Let's see, are we going to? It does not want to. It does not want to. It wants to stick together. Okay. So yeah, so you can really see here how the green shifts through with that brown, going over to the cream and into the blue. Ah. There we go. You can see it there. All right. Got to get this ready for the picture that you will have already seen. Okay, so we're 1/3 of the way through. And this one goes very well with today's color for Mandy. Look at that. This is going to be either Charming You or Hank Me Home Tonight. Has the Stellina in it. And I mean, look at that. We're definitely in Ireland today. The blending of the greens. Okay, so I am caught up now for the what is it called now? Okay, I'll put it up here. My mind is just not there. I haven't had my coffee yet. And my stomach is rumbling. I hope you're not hearing that. But last night I got caught up on this. And take a look at that. 3, 4, 5, 6, so 7. There's 7 there. Okay, so yesterday I came to a decision. For one thing, if you notice, this is now on 9-inch circulars. I had it on the bendy, I can't even think what they're called right now, but the bendy needles, and it was causing issues on each side. It's not really a ladder, but I was pulling it too tight in places, I think, and I'm hoping that that'll kind of pull out, but it'll be on the edges anyways. But it's a much, I don't know if you can see this, it's kind of crumpled up down here, and it's just very smooth up here. So the reason I was using those was because I didn't have another 9-inch circular in the 2.75 that I'm using. I do love this. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. But I have decided on the other mittens that I'm going to go ahead and pull them out. I love how it's blending together, and I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I am still going to make a pair of mittens, but I'm going to just make one that kind of stripes up and not do the color work part, because I like the way it, whenever I'm just, marl the two together, it still looks gorgeous. And I'm still going to make a pair of mittens out of that as well. And I still have plenty, of course, yarn left over that will do a whole other project. Maybe a striped hat to go with it, or I may find some more color work, and because I'll have plenty of black, because I went and got another skein of black Cascade Heritage yesterday. That was the reason I went to West 7th to begin with, was to get some black Cascade Heritage because they had it in stock. And then I'm standing in line. Hunter was helping somebody else, and he was great. He was busy and everything, and he offered to give us a tour of his dye studio. But he already did that 2 years ago for me when they first opened up the dye studio at that location. And I will link down below the video of where we went on. What was I doing? I was doing a yarn crawl 2 years ago, and I will link down below if you want to go take a look behind the scenes at their dye studio, because the yarns, the Christmas Mint and the Krampus, those are some of Hunter's own dyes that they do there at the shop. Anyways, I'm standing in line, and of course the Krampus is right behind me, and I was talking with Mandy from Mandy Von Knits about how I needed more hats. She's doing a lot of hats. If you haven't looked at her video, go over and take a look. She does a weekly video. She's not doing Christmas or Vlogmas right now, but she's just continuing on doing her weekly videos and keeping up with stuff. But she's been doing a lot of hats for charity, and there were several that were color work, it seemed like. So I'm going to go back and relook at some of her videos of the hats that she's doing for her son's school. Now, don't you think it would be really cool to do a hat? I mean, I could even match it to this because I have the all these different graphs. Ooh, that would be cool, wouldn't it? To just make a hat to match up with this. Okay. That's a New Year issue. But I think I might do that. We'll see. Okay. And whenever I pull back the yarn on these other mittens, it will not be wasted. It'll be either used in the hat or used in another pair of mittens. It's nothing. No, I'm not wasting it. Okay. Of course, I haven't done any more on the hat that I'm supposed to be working on with the Scrappy. And I have some gift knit stuff I need to finish for Sam and Seaver. And Sam watches as Seaver doesn't, so I can't really discuss that with you until after the fact. So, oh, what can we talk about? I'll figure something out for us to talk about for the rest of the day, but I'll take you along. We're just going to go sit and relax. I'm going to get my coffee, get me some breakfast. It's supposed to rain some more today, but it won't be anywhere like yesterday as far as a busy day. I've got a Christmas party for work from the store that I used to work at this evening, so I won't be taking you to that, but that's what the cake is for. So let's just go have some fun. And thank you very much for watching. And please do leave comments down below. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. It lets YouTube know that people are watching my content so that they might push it forward. Okay. All right. I'm just looking at these two together, and I'm like, I need to do something with just those two, don't I? I mean, look at that. Okay. I'm getting distracted. All right. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm trying something a little different here. Bad road, sorry. This is what fall looks like for us, basically, in December. We get about a week or two where the colors start changing. Then we'll have some storms come through and knock everything down. Sometimes we just get a couple of days. But this is what here in Texas we get when it comes to fall. As you can see, it's December. But I wanted to try this setting out too. Oh, here comes a really pretty tree. Okay, now there we go. All right, so I'm on my way to the grocery store, pick up those couple of things, and I finally got my peppermint mocha from Starbucks. And I don't drink mine with whipped cream. I want the strong peppermint chocolate taste. So, and I got it with my stars. So we're almost there. Okay, so I'm here in the kitchen and I'm going to make a peanut butter cup dump cake. This is for a party that I'm going to tonight, and I wanted to show it with you and share it with you. Just ignore, I've got some tahini seasoning stuff that has, spread across my stove, so ignore that, please. This is a working kitchen. All right, let me get you set up here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's see how this goes. All right, so we are starting out with Pillsbury. Get it down here. I'm just going to use a Pillsbury Devil's Food cake mix. It doesn't matter. Any kind of chocolate cake mix will work. And we're going to spread it out across the bottom of, I've sprayed oil on the pan just so it won't stick real bad. And again, this is a dump cake, which I did not pay attention to whenever I made this at Thanksgiving, and I mixed all the ingredients together. So let's see how it actually turned. It was good then, but let's see how it turns out actually following directions. Need to get all that in there. Let's smooth out these hills and valleys a little bit here. And I'll link where I got this recipe down below if any of you are interested. Okay. So after the cake mix, it calls for pouring in 1 cup of milk, and they suggest the whole milk. Dump cake, so it just goes on top. Spread it out and let it soak in. Oh, I want to stir it so bad. Okay, so next, okay, I've got to at least poke it in. Sorry, I'm not OCD, but I don't know, I'm not fixing anything. Okay. All right, next is a 1/2 cup of melted peanut butter. And I've just used some Jeff Creamy. And I may have a little bit more than 1/2 cup in here, but I love peanut butter and chocolate together, so that's okay as far as I'm concerned. All right, and we're just going to pour this over top. I want to get all that out of there. said it would be fun. That is fun. All right, so putting my dirty dishes off to the side. Next is pouring 1 stick of melted butter on top. And this is supposed to form like a gooey edge to it. All right. Then on the very top, we're going to take some peanut butter cups. I just got some Great Value peanut butter cups. They don't have as much wrapping to them. And I got these last time and they were really, really good. And I've got my kitchen scissors here. And we're going to cut these in fourths. And we just dump them on the top of the cake. And you want to fill it up pretty good with the peanut butter cups. Now I have the stove set for 350 degrees. And I'm thinking it's only about 30-35 minutes to cook this. It's not very long at all. And this is in a 9 by 11 pan, I think. 9 by 12, something like that. No icing needed or anything. This is, all these layers are just going to kind of form together. What you think? One more? Then I'll save those for us. There. I'm getting it pretty packed. There we go. All right, get a paper towel. And I have some leftover chocolate chips that I didn't use in the cookies that I was making last couple of weeks. And I'm making a mess. This is optional. Ziva's not down here, so I don't have to worry about her grabbing the chocolate before I get to it. She's being lazy bones this morning. Oh, there's hardly anything left, so I just finish over here on the edge. All right, so that was probably about half a cup, maybe a cup of chocolate chips. Okay, so now it is ready to go in the oven. I'll let you know how this goes. Get the oil off my hand. All right, I'll see you guys in about 35 minutes. Okay, we're about halfway through the cook time. You want to take a look?